All right, this is what uh, God has been teaching me lately. The armor of God. A lot of you've heard of the armor of God, um, if you've been Christian a while. Um, I've kind of heard it here and there um, over the years, and I've read about it. I never really actively put on the armor of God. Like I did a few times to see how it went. Visualizing me putting on the armor of God. Um, but you know, I haven't been doing it like every day. Put on the full armor of God visually, read it, you know, basically, you know what I mean? Like a lot of Christians do. you know, they put on the armor of God, they visualize it and stuff. So I'm like, maybe there's some legitimacy to this that God's showing me, this armor of God thing. But the one part of the armor of God that caught my attention immediately, because I know this from my experience. The enemy attacks your mind. You know what I mean? And a lot of you already know that. The enemy attacks your mind all the time, all the time, through many ways, especially through technology. You know, it's hard to get past it. It is constantly messing with your mind, messing with your mind. Every time you're looking at a screen, messing with your mind. You know, watching television, messing with your mind. You name it, messing with your mind. All these different things. That's why the helmet of salvation is probably the most important one for me. You know, at least for right now, as far as the armor goes. So that's what I'm starting with, the helmet of salvation, because I know from my experience over the years in the warfare, they go for your mind. They do, 100%. So yeah, it's reality. So maybe I'll start with just imagining myself putting on the helmet of salvation. Just start with that and see if that does anything. Just imagine myself the helmet of salvation to protect myself from their onslaught on my mind, you know. So, anyways, so that's what we're doing right now. Um, is God teach me piece by piece the armor of God. Apparently, there's some legitimacy to this if it's being brought up to me, the armor of God. Because God knows, I haven't been put on the armor of God. I've kind of just been whatever, you know what I mean? You know, lackadaisical, no armor, basically. So maybe this make a difference in the warfare if I visualize myself putting on the armor of God. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe start out with the helmet of salvation and see if that helps in that area. Deflect any onslaught that they do to my mind, basically. So, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Maybe I should do the shield as well. Another thing that the preacher was saying, the walk with God, and it's true, and it's why the walk with God is tough. When you're walking with God, it's a faith walk, like the whole way. It's like a faith walk with God the whole way, and God knows I don't do well with the faith all the time. Faith, no guarantees, no guarantees, just faith. Hopefully it works out. Faith, hopefully it works out. Faith, you know what I mean? Hopefully it works out constantly. That's the whole road with God. It's faith, faith, faith. Hopefully it works out. Faith, faith, faith. See how that's rough? No control over anything. Nothing. Just have faith. It'll work out somehow. You know, see how tough that is? You're giving up all your control. All control. Even though control is an illusion, it is. But it's hard for us to grasp that. We don't have any control. So, but anyway. The sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. So the Word of God, the Bible, is the sword. The weapon is the Bible. Like Earl walks around with his Bible like it's a weapon. Earl does. So he's already ahead of me in his armor. He carries his Bible around everywhere as his sword. Yeah, he's ahead of the curve. I'm not to that point yet where I'm carrying the Bible everywhere. Not to that point yet. Of weaponry. Where I have it everywhere. Carried with me. But anyways, just one thing at a time. Helmet of salvation, I feel, is the most important of the armor, at least in my case. So I'm going to start with that. Take one at a time. Maybe you have the sword of the Spirit and the shield. The shield is very important as well. So, because it says above all, breastplate of righteousness. Don't have that yet. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Well, it is the evil day, it is. So God's pretty much shouting at me, you need the armor of God, because it's an evil day. So maybe I'll put on all the armor every day. I don't know. I was just going to start one at a time. So maybe there's some truth to that. Like visualizing you put on the helmet of salvation. Like visualize it. I'm putting on the helmet of salvation right now. Putting on the breastplate of righteousness right now. Like if you say it out loud, maybe that's effective. I'm putting on my shield. Shield of faith right now. I have my shield of faith. My loins girt about with truth. Feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. I'll try it out. Like I said, I never really took this seriously. Not really till now. I'm one of those people that's like, God should already put the armor on me. You know, He should already do that. I shouldn't have to do this myself. You know, it should already be default on me. But it hasn't been. But maybe that's intentional, to have me fight in the warfare with no armor at first, like I've been doing. See the difference, you know. If I feel like I have armor, maybe there's a difference, you know. But is the armor heavy? It could be a pain. But anyways. epistle of Paul. So I can relate with Paul. So this being part of his story arc needs to be part of my story arc as well. The armor of God. So, anyways, that's all I want to say. So, maybe start off with the helmet of salvation. Mainly. Get used to it, see how it works, you know. Or I'll just put in the full armor and see how it works, you know. Try it out. Anyways, that's all I want to say.